Good morning, my friends. I'm Clover, and this is Genuinely Approachable Sudoku, and today we have a puzzle called Don't Fear the Hat Man by Philip Newman. We have normal Sudoku rules. That means we're placing the digits 1 through 9, once each in each row, each column, and each outline 3x3 region. And on top of that, we have some gray squares marked in the grid, and gray squares always have to contain even digits. Finally, this is technically a Battenburg Sudoku with a negative constraint. Now, traditionally in Battenburg Sudoku, there are some intersections of 4 cells that are marked with a little checkerboard symbol. And whenever you see those, the digits around them have to be in a checkerboard pattern of odd and even. So you have to have a diagonally opposite pair that are both even, and then a diagonally opposite pair that are both odd. However, there is a negative constraint in this puzzle, meaning that quote-unquote all possible checkerboard symbols are given, and there are no checkerboard symbols in this grid. And that just means that nowhere in this grid can we have a checkerboard pattern of odd and even. So let's see how this plays out. I'm going to color while solving. So I'm going to start by coloring all of my various even digits blue, and all of my various odd digits orange. Because even has 4 letters and so does blue, and odd starts with O and so does orange. Okay. So I see 2 places right now where I need to make these 2 digits even in order to avoid having a checkerboard, because if I were to make this odd, then I would have a checkerboard pattern, and that's not allowed anywhere in this puzzle. So now I have 4 even digits in this column, so I can color all the rest of them odd because there are only 4 even digits in Sudoku, and ditto here, I can make the rest of this column odd. Also in row 5, I have 4 even digits, so I can make the rest of row 5 odd. Okay, now in this row, I have the even digits 2, 6, and 8, and so I know that the only other even digit I could ever have in that row would be 4. But 4 definitely can't go here, and definitely can't go here. So those are odd, and there is the 4. Over here, I have 4, 6, and 8. The only remaining even digit I could ever have would be 2, and it definitely can't go here, so I know that's going to be odd. And I know that one of those cells is going to be a 2. That said, I don't know which one. Alright, now if you check out right here, I can't make this even because then I would have a checkerboard pattern in these 4 cells, so that's going to be odd. That's our last even digit here. Same thing here. I can't have a checkerboard pattern there, so that's going to be even. And this is going to be odd. Okay, what next? This has to be even because otherwise I would have a checkerboard pattern here. And likewise, this also has to be even because otherwise I would have a checkerboard pattern right here. That makes this odd because I now have all of my evens in row 4. This guy has to be even, otherwise I would have a checkerboard there. And that makes this odd. I have all 4 of my evens in region 8, so the rest of the digits there are going to be odd. I have all 4 of my even digits in column 4. So that's now going to be odd. Okay. I can start filling in some digits now. These have to be 2 and 4. That's going to be an 8 as my last even digit there. This can only be a 6 because it sees a 2, 4, and 8. That lets me fill in 4 and 8 in the column, and 2 and 6 to finish that region. That becomes a 4, and then these are going to be 6 and 8. That'll be a 2. I can finish this column and that. I have a 2 here and a 4, 6, and 8 here. So this is going to be odd. And I also have a 2 down here, so I know the only place I can possibly put a 2 is right there. So the rest of the cells in that region are odd. That leaves me with only these positions to put 4 and 8 in column 8. And then this is going to be a 6 to finish that region. Can you turn that off while I'm recording? I need to place a 2 in this region. And that's odd. Okay. So now I need to put a 6 somewhere in this column. That's going to be a 6. And that is now going to be odd because I have all of my even digits there. This will be a 4 and an 8. I have all of my even digits in the top row. I need to put a 2 in this region somewhere. It can only go here, and I need an 8. So that is all of my even digits complete. So now we just have a puzzle where we have to figure out where to place all of the odd digits. There's a 7 there, so the only place we can put a 7 is right here. We have a 1 and a 5 here. That means we place a 1 and a 5 there. In this row, we need a 9 here and a 3 here. Finish this region with a 1. These are going to be 7 and 9. Okay. These are going to be 7 and 9. 5 and 7 here. 3 and 9 there. This is the only position for 5 in this region, and I need to place a 1 and a 9 in column 3. These have to be 1, 3, and 7. I have a 7 there, so that makes this a 3. These are going to be 3 and 5. This is the only place for a 1 in this region. This can only be a 3. My last digit in that row is a 5. My last digit here is a 9. This can only be a 7. I need a 3 there. And we really should just be doing classic Sudoku to finish this up. 9 and 7 and 9. And that is how you solve Philip Newman's Don't Fear the Hat Man. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. The link to solve it yourself is in the description of this video, and I will see you again in 3 days.